So change your plan with this shower room downstairs. It's no longer going to be a shower room downstairs. It's just not worth the hassle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into a utility room. So over there is going to be a sink and then a toilet. A stud wall is going to get built there. And then I'm going to have a tumble dryer in here. Now what I'm going to do is going to put like a worktop in here. So obviously I need power to supply the tumble dryer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a little small ring. And the ring is just going to obviously just do the utility room. There's going to be a double socket at worktop height, fuse spur, and then single socket below. So what I've done is I've tied on to the 10mm cable that was supposed to be for the shower that was going over there. I've just tied on and I'm going to pull it back through to the fuse board, ready for the guy to come and plaster, because I'm getting this whole room plastered, so I need to do this before he gets in. I didn't do the greatest tie on, so yeah, the tie on has started to slip away, started to get a bit frayed and that, but luckily obviously it's a short run. It's like 2 meters, no, 1 meter. It's just obviously it goes over some joists and that. So I'm probably gonna just break this tie on. I'm gonna cut it and then just feed it through the next hole into the fuse box without it being tied on to this 10mm. So I'm just going to feed these cables through. You can see the fuse box. Yeah, the fuse box is here. Just going to feed these cables through one by one. Right, that's all done now. So obviously it still needs to go through the fuse box and that, but it's, you know, in the area that I need it to be in. So the next step is for me to push it through this hole here. So I've just marked where the box is going to go. It's not level, but I will chase it so it's a bit wide. So I can just adjust it. I mean, to be fair, I don't really care if it's level or not, because the tumble dryer is going there anyway, so it's going to be covered. So as long as it's fairly level, doesn't really matter. So first fix pretty much done. So this is all I could do pretty much, because there's going to be a stud wall that's built from here to here. It goes from top to bottom, yeah? So this whole area here is going to be a stud wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a worktop here. And then when the stud wall is built, obviously I'll get the guy to cut a hole, poke the cables through, and then I'll have a switch or a fuse spur, and then a double socket next to it above the worktop, and then a tumble dryer will go underneath. Obviously I have to wait for the stud wall to be built first and that. Obviously I didn't bother poke the cables through the fuse box yet, because by the time I got to that stage it started getting dark, and I thought, you know what, I ain't taking no fuse box off the wall and working in the dark and that, so I'll just wait another day. The guy's not coming for about a week anyway, so but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Got the place ready for plastering and that. Obviously I'm getting a towel roll fitted here. So here's the plastic pipes ready for the towel roll. I'm getting all out here in the hallway plastered. There was, what do they call it? You know, like the plastic trim that they put around the windows, yeah? And they had it all here and that. So I've taken that off so that the plaster can plaster all around there. And yeah, probably will put some other sort of trim around it once that's done, but I took it all off. So yeah, this wall's getting plastered, and then one of the walls upstairs is also getting plastered as well.